Well, that was a pleasant trip down. Left at 1 o'clock. I had a 7:20 crossing. Managed to get in. This is the 5:20 train. So yeah, way ahead of schedule. It's been a warm one, hasn't it? It's been really warm. Yeah, thank God for the aircon in here. So yeah, right. We're on our way. Oh, brew time. So yeah, getting the earlier crossing at 5:20. It's been pretty straightforward really. I'm the other side of Rowan now. It's that's an hour behind, so yeah, 20 past 10. I've got about 600 kilometers to go, I think. So just having a brew, well earned brew, and a Desmond. Honestly, I've nearly peed myself about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, do you know what? I take more kit when I go fishing in the UK. Take that motor out, and obviously 3 bags of bait and that. There's hardly anything there. Anyway, so yeah, gonna have me brew, chill out, just stretch my legs for 5 minutes, and then yeah, get back on the road. This one's quite awkward. It's actually off the beaten track. I just hope that I get it right and not go back through another toll thing. Oh yeah, Rowan. So Rowan, going through there, it was the N38 or N338 or whatever it's called, that was closed. So this time never went through the tunnel, never went through the city centre. It was just on the outskirts of it. Yeah, a good run through, to be fair. Yeah, keep that one in the memory bank. Right, I'll see you soon. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to tell you about as well was the last toll that I went through. It ended up I put the ticket in, it wouldn't accept the ticket. I had a couple of cars behind me, it just wouldn't work, and the other one was working alright, and then I was trying to put the bloody ticket in, it just wouldn't have it. So I had to try and explain to somebody, you know, no retrieval, not work, and then the other 2 cars had to back up, and then yeah, to use the other one. That was only a £2 bloody ticket thing as well. I thought, oh god, how embarrassing. But anyway, yeah, I forgot to say about that. Another embarrassing moment. Yeah, just popped into the Shell garage to fill up. Yeah, popped in there, found the gents, had a waz, clean my hands, walked straight out, straight into the ladies, thinking that was the exit. What the fuck, honestly. Oh god, right, on for the next jaunt. Cool, sun journey that was. Bordeaux was honestly, it was manic. It tried to take me off a couple of times and the traffic was horrendous, so I just carried on, and then it sent me, god, I've never come this way before. It was all through little villages, little roundabouts, and me dyscalculia and stuff. Yeah, that was a bit of fun. But yeah, I've landed at that place there. That's yeah, it's my 3rd time here. I'm on my own this time. I'm looking forward for a snip. I really am. That and a shower, sort my barnet out as well. Have a bit of a trim, freshen up for the ladies. And it is roasting, absolutely roasting here. I've been spoilt with the aircon. I'm just being nosy, I can hear voices. Right, anyway, I'm going to freshen up for the ladies and get myself a snip. I'll see you soon. That is much needed, let me tell you that. Oh. How nice is it? I'm just Billy No Mates, I'm just sitting here on my own, but How nice is this? It's lovely. When we was here last time, this was quite a thriving restaurant. They've changed ownership now, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a few covers in later on. Oh, because it is really nice, really peaceful. Yeah, it's lovely. Here. Yep. All that way. So, yeah, done a supermarket run this morning. A few bits and pieces, bit of wine, bit of cheese. Not too much because I've got most of the stuff from home, to be fair. So yeah, so I'm going to trundle up the track in a minute, and yeah, meet Pascal and Max. Right, ta-da. First trip in here since it's all been done. It's changed a bit, hasn't it? God, at least there's some shade in here. God, there's a lot of room in here now. Wow. Oh. Yeah. Lovely. Yeah, got a lot of work to do now. Getting all this stuff. I've put some bait in the freezer. I'm going to go pop back and pick it up later on. That'll be me done. Right. Absolutely buzzing for this. Right, bring it on. I'll go have another one of them. Not really often have these things. That's kept me going today. I don't want to moan, but it's bloody hot. Been looking forward to this for such a long time, and I don't know whether that was fun or not, putting all that lot up. It's so hot. But yeah, all the camps up, all the bank sticks are in. All I've got to do now is just pop out, get some H blocks down, pop back to the shower block, have a cold, really cold shower, pick up some bait, and then come back. Whether I put them out tonight, I don't know. I might do, or if not, first thing in the morning. I mean, it'd be a shame not to. It's the longest day of the year today, 21st of June. But I'm just hoping it's going to cool down later on. It's yeah, I don't want to keep labouring on, but it is yeah. Right, let's go and get some stuff sorted. Oh, that's better. Just had a nice shower. Picked up some more bait as well to keep that freezer full. So all my bait's in the van now. That'll stay there now, and I'll take it all out and get air dried. So yeah, my spots are sorted as we did earlier on. So now it's just a case of, yeah, let's get them out. Yeah, come, let's do it. Morning, Sunday morning. Nothing in the night. I had a bit of occurrence on this second rod. I think it's a bream or something like that anyway, but it's a running rig, so it's a little bit slacker than what it was, but nothing insignificant really. Yeah, a bit of a shocker. I had in the boat sorting all my rods out yesterday, I ended up I just lost power. Oh, what's going on? You can hear the motor going, and yeah, I got stuck out there, and of course, like a bloody idiot, I left the oars on the bank. So oh, I don't need them. They just get in the way, don't they? Yeah. But no, that's, so yeah, I just sort of scooped myself back, and yeah, the little pin snapped in the propeller. You've got a propeller thing with, and there's like a little shaft, and then a pin that goes through it and locks in, and that's what makes it spin round. And it was that snapped, so I fixed that. But apparently, some kind soul on the island is going to furnish me one later on. So yeah, that's, yeah, nice chap. I don't know who it is, but I'll say thank you now. Another shit night's sleep. They were not good. It's just so muggy. Mozzies, usual sort of stuff, I suppose. I was up about 3 o'clock. I sat up for about an hour and a half, something like that. Just had myself a few glasses of water. And then I've heard a lot of fish crashing over, and also seen them this morning in front of me, right on my right hander. It just goes to prove that my rigs are spot on. Baits spot on. Yeah, whatever. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. What else is that's a disaster. I've got 9 Makita batteries with me, and I've got like this little piggyback thing. The battery sits on the back of it. You've got a USB port on it, and yeah, I've got 9 of them, but I ain't got no piggyback thing. I've left it at home. I can't believe I've done that. Charged all the batteries up to come out. I've got 2 power banks, so I should be okay. It's only for a week, but the idea was for me to charge, was to run a GoPro during daylight hours, and a 6 amp hour battery will last well over a day. And so the idea was to try and get a live take. I can't do that now. Well, I'm bloody hell. Just something I've been peeing around with for a little while, with an idea. But I've got a power bank thing. We'll get a take under a belt, and then I only need one, just one take. That's all. That'll be great. But yeah, that's, like I say, it's Sunday morning anyway. I'm gonna have some rock and roll frosties and a little bit of French milk, a coffee, and try and relax and take in the surroundings, because yesterday was quite a stressful day. Right, we'll see you hopefully in a fish. Well, I don't know how well you can see that. That ring there is right over my left hander, and I've had fish showing on my right hander. Did I say left hander first, then right hander? I think so. But this, like I say, I've not had any. I've had a little tiny blip again on this number 2 rod. I say that's in 18 foot of water. right under. That's in 10'6". But I've had, like I say, now I've got fish showing right over my spots. Goes so peaceful this morning. It's lovely. Oh, little duck down here. Just so peaceful. Not very often when I sit in the shade. Oh, it's a warm one today again. Well, it wasn't this morning, but no, nothing more to report. Lee's had a couple next door. I think he's on 3 now, and I think he had a hook pull. Unfortunately, he thinks they're grass carp, but yeah, I went out and put out the remainder of that bucket over the 4 spots out there, just to keep it topped up, sort of thing. Apparently the crayfish have been relentless, so I might go out later on, or I might leave it to the morning just to check a couple of the upbaits. They're hardened, but they can, you know, on the multi rigs they could get sort of spun up or whatever, I don't know. We'll have a look. But yeah, nothing more to report really. All a bit quiet. But yeah, God, it's just, yeah, sitting in the shade. I'll do me dinner in a while. For heat as it is tonight, I'm looking forward to them. Right, see you in a fish. Ah, poo. Yeah, so I thought, well, I'll go and sort this number 2 rod out, because there was a bit of had a bit of a, you know, a seeing to last night with it, should we say. So I thought I'll go and check it out, and yeah, I've been done in a snag. It was miles away from, well, not miles away, but about a rod length away from where I put it. So yeah, I had to sort of pull for a break. It was, you can feel it bouncing on the branch. I don't know how they do that. Probably said about it before, just with a pair of lips. So yeah, just in the process of sorting that out, putting a new leader on, bits and pieces. Yeah, and it's right hander, slackened off, went up, fucking rod, you know, excuse my French again. Rod went over, right, I thought, oh great. Put it thunk, 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 boom. I was, oh. That's in 10'6" of water. That's what we're seeing them this morning, showing. Right, count to 10, start again. It's yeah, got 2 rods to sort out now. From being sort of doing nothing, sitting there having a kip in the shade, to yeah, having something to do. So yeah, happy days. Right, so see you in a fish. Right, Sunday evening, we're having chicken tonight. So we have some of my wonderful wife's chicken fajita mix with a bit of salad, salsa and some wraps. I think I spoke earlier on about the two rods that went earlier. Well, one went and the other one got snagged up, but yeah, I've put them back out, so they're all ready to go again. No dramas, but yeah, all went smoothly. Yeah, looking forward to me for heaters. Lovely. Cool morning. Chinese man. Nothing alright. And I've just had a bit, which has woke me up. I ain't got a clue what time it is. I needed that though. Very good, nice kip. Right, let's get the kettle on and brush my rails. Literally just put the kettle on. And then that second rod, the line biter, that's what I noticed at the corner of my eye. Huge bounce on it. That's the one I put back out there yesterday in 18 foot. Yeah, very encouraging. The bream wouldn't do that, nor would a crayfish. Come on, the carps. A little bit of French bread, courtesy of Pascal and Max. A bit of boursin and some smoked salmon. Lovely. Well, I was sitting there contemplating a few things, because it's not happening. I've been seeing fish showing a little bit shorter, And I've often wondered, I think, you know, it can't be just 30 foot of water out there, and it isn't. So I just went out there about 20 minutes ago, and yeah, it is 30, 31 all the way across, and then out by that marker there, there's a bar. It's like a bar stroke plateau that runs. Oh mate, that's right over this number 3 rod. Jesus Christ, that's in 24 foot of water. Wow, that was good timing, wasn't it? Anyway, yeah, and it's quite a large area, and then it drops off again the other side of it down to 31 again, and then it's like a gully. It's obviously really, really silty, but on top of that, yeah, that's all right. So the idea there is just spread a bit of bait around, and then like a confidence ring, a long running rig on there, and then give that a go, because it's something a bit different, and I've never fished short in here. But apparently it can be the one. Lee's still picking them up on the up in the woodwork, but I haven't. I've not had any other than this sort of Wilson knocking about this morning on that number 2. Was it number 2 rod? Yeah, number 2 rod. Nothing else really. So right, let's get some work done. I'll get there in the end. What I've found, so all this is sort of, that's coming away from the island into this sort of deep bowl here. Should go down to about 30 foot, 31 foot, something like that. There's obviously a small bar there, and then there's a gully. There we go, so 32s. And then it comes up. I think there's a bit of a lag on that. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. So this here, around this area here, is 26, 27s, 28. So it's like a plateau. Drops off to 30 foot over there, and it carries on there, and it does drop down. So it's quite a large area. But they've been showing short. One just showed again here, so they're coming through. Right, let's get a bit of gubbins in anyway. Moving about. What we've got is a long 20-inch up length, long hair, single up bait. Then we want to move in about. Had a few good fish on this rig, or this style of fishing anyway. This is where we're going to be dropping it, around this area here. So 30 foot there. So obviously it's coming up. as we can see, as I'm going around again, obviously drifting around. Down again, so 30 foot of water. So yeah, it is, it's like a plateau. And then we'll put a fair bit over the hook bait. I mean, it might not work, but sitting there over there, it ain't done nothing. So, I mean, I know it's only Monday, but yeah, the chappie in 8, he had what, 8 and 9, Simon, he had a PB 54 common this morning, well, lunchtime. Fair play. I'll be happy with that, I must admit. My target's a 70 mirror, that's what I'm after. Anything will do at the minute, just to get one under your belt, I suppose. Flat bottom, isn't it? Reminds me of a spotting off the island, really. Just make sure it's not tangled. That's nice. No, soft. Soft. Oh. No. It's further that way. Come on. No. Yeah, that's fishing. No, it's deep. That's nice and firm there. Nope. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, it's nice and easy when it's flat calm like this. I don't like that, it's too tight. Come on. Oh, fuck it. Let's get in. Right. Oh, it's another warm one again today. So yeah, a bit of an update. So this number 2 rod, that one again earlier on, just locking the bolted take again, and I thought, oh, I can't leave it like that. So it was about half a spool turn on the rail and whatever. So yeah, I went back out and as careful as I could and all that kind of stuff. It never goes right, does it? So yeah, classic mistake. Left the rod hanging over the end of the boat, going backwards. Suddenly, all the leader got caught in the prop. I had to sort of wedge myself on the far margin, sort myself out. Oh, you'd think it's my first trip, wouldn't you? But anyway, yeah, well, I just managed to managed to sort it out anyway. Cut off the damaged line, reattached it, yeah, and put it back down. But other than that, nothing. When it went flat calm earlier on, there's quite a lot of bubbling around, but yeah, I mean, it could be anything, couldn't it? And then yeah, I saw my first crayfish. So yeah, down in this little margin down here, down there. I put some bait down there for you know, for the ducks and little bits and pieces like, and yeah, there were 3 of them. There was like a dark red one, and a dark red, like a bright red one, and like a dark grey or whatever it is. I don't know what they are, but they're only small. I'd say they're about, I don't know, 3-4 inches long. Yeah, so yeah, look, 3 inches long. And they were quick, so I sort of threw a bit of boilie in, dropped it in the margin, and God, they straight on it, ever so quick, and then just sort of took it and scurried off into it's like a little root down there, scurried off there. Wow. So they must have, the scent of whatever I put down there for the ducks and whatever, a bit of chicken and whatever, they must have smelt that. This makes me think about maybe, you know, at a later date, you know, just bringing some old bits of chicken and meat and stuff like that, and if you've got crayfish on your spot, maybe sort of a few rod lengths away, chucking a bit of that in. You know, it's a bit, you know, but I reckon they'd prefer that than they would our baits anyway. But yeah, just food for thought, isn't it? So, right, that's Monday afternoon update, and yeah, note to oneself: don't get a black top in the sun. not the wood. Not just, yeah, honestly, so hot. Right, speak to you in a fish. Right, tonight's culinary delights, obviously, for one, is chicken gyros or gyros or whatever they're called, a Greek thingy. I had some when I went to see the other at Cambridge. Bloody lovely. And that's this evening's TV. How nice is that? Excuse the shite music. I've had a day off Weller for a change. That's just lovely. Yeah, really enjoying this. The fish will be good, but nice. Oh, excuse the music. Yeah, iPod's on shuffle. You don't know what you're going to get next. Ed is sitting there just having a little goblet of wine, as you do, a little vapey thing. And yeah, they've been showing on that spot. That's the third one now in the last hour. Yeah, hopefully it pays off. It might be a good move. Let's see. My rigs must be useless. I mean, this morning they were showing on that far spot right on the corner there in 10 foot, 10.5 foot or whatever it is, and then a good one has just turned over. This, you can probably see the clear. Just see what it's gone a bit clear on that corner there. Just there. Not for the want of trying. They're there. We've got fish in here. I've always said to myself, if there's fish here, I'll catch them. And all the rigs are tried and trusted, tested before. I've had fish on them. Come on, the big fish. Let's be having you. You can probably just see that this is literally seconds later. That disturbance in the middle there. So yeah, at the end of my finger there, it's actually shorter than the spot that I'm fishing. But that's literally seconds after I put the photo, stop recording. Yeah, open water as well. Yeah, just last knock-ins now in the evening. I haven't seen no more shows for about 3/4 of an hour now. Well, since I last got the video thing out. Yeah, bit of a lighting this morning. I got up in the night and I couldn't sleep again. I sat here for about an hour or so, hearing fish going over. I see it's encouraging, but the old doubt starts creeping in, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, oh God, it's Tuesday now and still no takes. I had another drop back on this second rod, literally just after I turned in. I mean, it's only like a quarter of a spool. I'm not going to go back out and do it. I'm going to leave that for the time being. But I've seen one literally about half hour ago turn over on this newfound spot. Well, that sort of barry plateau thing that's out there. So yeah, I'm still confident, but the old doubt's creeping in. The chap is in 8 and 9. One of them is his first time, and I think he was struggling for the first day or two. He spent a bit of time finding spots, and it's paid off. He had a 58 comment. Wow, wow, just brilliant. Yeah, I'm really pleased for him. He's a lovely fellow as well. Biggest hands you've ever seen. It's just like, I mean, I've got big hands, but mate, he's got some fucking, some big hands on him. Yeah, I'll give Lee a ring in a minute, see how he's getting on. I don't know if he's had anything more. I don't know around the rest of the lake either, to be fair. Right, I've just yeah, just put the kettle on. Done myself. Oh, I'm not fucking good with this, am I? Just done myself a brew. You know, sit down and yeah, watch me motionless rods again. Right, I'll see you in a fish. Oh, still Tuesday morning. Sometimes, you know, it's difficult to sit on your hands. It's, you know, it's chopping and changing and making things work like you do back home. Here's kind of the opposite. You do something and then you leave it, and you know, having like total faith in what you've done. And sometimes it can be really difficult to sit on your hands and do nothing, which is sometimes, you know, back home you just get lazy and you want to do nothing. Here you feel like you really want to try a little bit harder, but sometimes that can have a bit of an opposite effect. You know that phrase, it only takes one bite, and it's true. You know, if this happens, you know, sitting there for 6 or 7 days and nothing happens, and one rolls over, bang, and I catch a decent one, all this negativity, doubting in the back of your mind goes out the window. You know, but this left-hander, I'm happy with it, but I've got the tip up in the air, I've got a big lead on it, and I really want to fish that a little bit more delicate, so that might get changed with a lighter lead. Drop the rod tip down, slacken off a little bit. I know there's it's open water, it just sits on a plateau, and you can kind of, I won't fish it on a bait runner, but I can have the clutch a little bit looser as such. I'm not direct up against a snag. This right-hander that's on the right on the corner of the Brazilian, near the Brazilian, I mean, I did see fish crashing over that early part of the week, small ones but fish. I may at some point pull that one in and put it back, or put it in the spot where this number one came out of. I've seen 2 fish this morning crashing in that area. It did me good bites last time I was here, and I've pulled off of it. So, but like I say, it is difficult, and the seed, you know, the doubting seed creeps in. It's not fishing that great all over, to be fair. There's been, you know, the sporadic fish here and there, but no one's having it off. You know, there's large parts of the lake where there's no anglers, with swim closures and stuff like that, so that doesn't help. 16 hasn't done anything, 19 hasn't done anything, and I don't think the island does either. You know, but anyway, it's only Tuesday, but like I say, the little seed of doubt is definitely creeping in. As much as I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I had a lovely bacon baguette earlier on, with a bit of boursin, tomatoes and lettuce. That was lovely. So I just did myself another brew, fed some ducks with some yesterday's baguette. So all is good in the world, and it's only Tuesday. Right, see you in a fish. Oh, another warm one. Yeah, really warm today. So I've just yeah, this one I put out in open water, I thought it was a bit crude really. I'm sitting there with a 12-ounce lead, sticks up in the air. You know, I thought, no, it's refined it down a little bit. So I've gone down an hook size, shortened the hair a little bit, smaller bait, smaller lead, and then what I've done, I've put it on traditional bank sticks down here and slackened off a little bit. It was just cutting through the water, you know, so I've redone that. I've took number 4 rod out from off the corner of the island. The lads in 16 are pretty close to that as well. I think it's just getting disturbed a little bit. You know, it's their water, you know, it's fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, what I've done, I've gone back to, because I've seen this morning, seen fish moving sort of in amongst the woodwork. So I've gone back to where I was. So number 4's gone back to number 1 rod. So the only difference really is just sticking out in open water, just being a bit different. Bloody hard work in that heat though. God, it's really hot. and then yeah, I'll sort of soak the boilies up in that smart stuff and a bit of foss oil, so just to get a bit of a, what's that, slick, you know, if the fish start feeding on it, I'll know about it, you know, the oil will leak off the bait, and you know, but we'll see anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna have a cold snib now, well, warm cold snib, if that makes any sense. Matey from 16 came round earlier on, and bless him, he took a couple of bottles of water away. Oh, a couple of bottles of water away for me to stick in the freezer. We'll bring him back tomorrow. That's going to be really helpful. That's lovely of him. Yeah, nice guy. Right, see you in a fish. Yeah, whatever. Well, Tuesday afternoon, well, evening update I suppose. It's about 7 o'clock now. 8 o'clock even. Today has been, I know I keep harking on about it, but it's been so hot, so hot. I've had to come up here and sit in the van for a while with the aircon on. Never had to do that before. I've tried to keep out of the sun earlier on, but you know, so and I thought, you know what, I'll strip off and get in. So I just sat in the water for about an hour. You know, just up to me, just past me skid bits, I suppose. But yeah, nothing more to report. I haven't seen anything, to be fair. I haven't seen any more rod. I've seen like little bubbling and stuff, but that could be anything. That could be gas. It could be small stuff. It could be little crays disturbing the bottom. But no. So tonight, I've had a bit of a clear up. I've had to get the remainder of the bait out the van because that's starting to, it's well defrosted. So air dry that. I've got 3 days left. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I've got about 35 kilos left. I should be okay. So those 2 buckets are full, ready to go, all glugged up and that. Then I've got some in the fridge. You can't even call it a cool box. The warm box. I doubt if I'll be able to have that bacon and salmon tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit dodgy because it's warm in there now. I mean, I've got a couple of water bottles coming back. Whether that'll be tomorrow or Thursday, I don't know. What else? Yeah, so I've got pasta tonight. That obviously well defrosted ages ago. So, but yeah, I'll just warm that through on the pan. Looking forward to it. I'm quite hungry actually. I've not been eating any crap like crisps and chocolate and stuff like that. I've just been drinking water. That's my first snib. And that's kind of warm as well. It's just, I know I keep going on about it. At least it ain't raining and it's not snowing. You know, but I mean, yeah, it's uncomfortable and sleeping is uncomfortable, but that fan has been an absolute boon. So right, I'm going to get the pan on, get some pasta down me. Right, I'll see you in a fish. Well, just finished off my pasta. Doing a little Facebook update thing. You might just see some rings coming from that set of snakes straight opposite. Let's see if I can zoom in. That was a very, very big fish that just rolled there. So they're still here. I'm going to go out in a minute and just read, because this has been in since Saturday, the 22 foot. I just want to make sure that the hook baits are still okay. yeah, like I say, the circumstances have changed down here with bits and pieces about, so I just want to make sure that that's okay and put some fresh bait over it. It's the only one I haven't touched. While it's flat calm like this, it should be easy. Famous last words, eh? Right, let's sort this number, what is now number 4 rod out. did mention I was stand out in the rain earlier on, but sod that, no. So yeah, I was filming the storm coming in. It's absolutely lashing it down. Yeah, just batten down the hatches. I'm just hoping all the pegs will hold fire. The wind's really got up. Yeah, welcome to Rainbow. It's about, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. But yeah, no sitting out tonight. Bugger. Yeah, I just had another take on this number 2 rod. It went all slack again, and I thought, oh, not again. And I sort of decided to sort of tighten it up. I only put that back out, you know. No, that was number. Oh, I'm getting confused. Yeah, so that's that 18-foot spot. Yeah, got cut off. Don't know why. Nothing left. Yeah, anyway, I mean, that could have been, you know, it was what it was. Right, let's get his back out. Yes, at last we got one. This little mate, it's only £15, but it's welcome. It only been out there about half hour. 9 foot of water, and properly nailed as well. Yeah, really well nailed. Yeah, Wednesday morning. It's been a while. Put up a good account for itself down here. So right, go and find your big brother and all your grandmas and stuff like that. Right, let's get her back. Oh God, I needed that. Okay, it was only £15, but still. And you know what? They'd only been out there 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. I was on the phone to Joe, just saying how, you know, a bit frustrated that, you know, they'd cut off this morning, and then bang, away. Shame we didn't have the GoPro going up for the for the live take. Really, I wasn't prepared for that at all, because nothing's been really going on. You know, and just, yeah, but yeah, it's a, yeah, off the mark, £15 mirror. Right, anyway, enjoy me brew, and let's get that rod back out there. That rod that I put back out there 10 minutes ago, it's gone again. So I've come up, I've changed a couple of things. The depth of it, I've come up to 6 foot or 6.5 foot, and then I've gone onto a lead clip, because what I was worried, because what was happening, the lead was pulling back. I couldn't tighten up enough. So yeah, I went and put it back out there, just literally 2 scoops of bait over the top, come back, put the kettle on. I didn't even get a chance to get to grab me coffee. It just rattled off straight away, and I got myself a decent common. Oh mate, I'm a very happy boy. So right, let's sort this baby out. Like I said on camera a second, oh, my knee, about a second ago. Only been out 10 minutes. I've come up to 6 foot of water, lead clip instead of inline. That was a bit of fun in the boat. So yeah, £46. Yeah, lovely times. Let's get it back. Right, let's put this baby back. This is where I fall in face first. bit. Come on. Wow. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yes. Oh, that sun's come out again. I think I caught a live take. Unfortunately, a hook pull. So hopefully, well, I'm assuming that it was a small one. So I was just chatting to a chap. Yeah, he popped in. He's on his way around to the clubhouse. Yeah, guy fishing the 11. Yeah, he popped in and as we was chatting, yeah, the same one went again. It's only been in 40 odd minutes, 50 minutes, something like that. Yeah, they're definitely on it. Oh, a little tiny bee that's just landed here. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's get it out again. this could be a welcome break. It's just started spitting my rain. I'm just sitting there. It's so muggy, humid. Yeah, it's just quite relaxing sitting there with a little brew. A few sort of tunes on in the background. It's just started this. It's just nice. Never thought I'd be there. Oh yeah, I can't wait for it to rain. So yeah, after this morning's flurry of action, it's been about every hour this number 2 rod's been going. I think Spike had the right idea about putting corks and stuff down by the rods. Yeah, it's definitely brought me luck. No, it's I've gone up into shallower water. That's what's done it. And I say I just had that hook pull again about half hour ago, something like that. I'm convinced it's the smaller fish. I don't mind. I've definitely got a bit of spring in my step. Fishing with a bit more confidence now. Yeah, it's just, I think weather-wise as well, I think we've got another storm coming in later on apparently. Again, I believe that one. It changes so quickly down here. But I could sit out in this all day. This is lovely. I don't know whether you can hear that. There's like a buzzing, like an electrical buzzing like you get sometimes on the power lines. I don't know what it is. I thought earlier on in the week, I was like, what's the hell? I thought I had something left on in the van, in the boat, or one of my bite alarms was playing up. It's some insect, animal, whatever it is, up in the trees on the far bank. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention as well, frogs. No, not the locals, frogs. I forgot about them, and last night they're down to my right going towards peg 16, and they're so loud. They're wow, 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 and they just stop instantly. It all goes quiet, then whoop, they spring up again. So God knows how many there are that are doing it, but it's this whole course of them, and it's ever so loud at night. Yeah, the little ducks back again. I haven't been feeding them because a couple of them can fly, and I don't want them to fly through my lines as much as I love me ducks. Right, that's Wednesday, early afternoon musing. Right, I'll see you in a fish. That's the first bip I've had on my left hander. I thought something was going on down there because of the oil slick was coming up. There's a lot of bait down there with oil. I put a lot of Foss oil on it, so if anything goes on it, they'll I'll see something coming up. Well, that was a couple of definite knocks on that. I'm hoping it's carp and not bream. But we'll see. I crushed up quite a lot of bait. Chopped it up and a lot of oil and stuff on it. I put a fair bit down there, to be fair, but they were showing on that early part in the week. But that's the first bip anyway. Yeah, come on the carps. Daily baiting up spree. Hopefully it goes without a glitch. Oh, wrong way. Oh, I've been asleep for a couple of hours, as you do. Well, staying up all night and stuff, really, I suppose. But yeah, just it's been raining. It's supposed to be like a bit of a storm, but it's been cracks of thunder. That's what woke me up. One of them is just right above us, and it's like I was just sorting the chair out in here. Yeah, sorting my chair out in here and stuff like that, just out the rain. And excuse me, editing skills there, camera skills, sorry. And yeah, a big clap of thunder, and I was like, whoa! I stood up and put my head through the roof of the bivvy. Let's see if we can get another clap of thunder. I didn't see the light, and I just heard the clap of thunder. It's like, wow! It was just like kind of just behind me, right above. I was like, wow! Yeah, that would have been a bit of fun. That would. Food wise tonight, I don't know what to do, because I haven't really got that much left, really. I've still got, what was it, Wednesday night, I've still got 3 meals to sort out. I've got spuds and I've got Camembert, and I had some noodles earlier on, which is proper rock and roll, isn't it? The chap is in 16 had just posted a video, and their setup is amazing. They've got like a little gas barbecue thing going, you know, fresh salad and mozzarella balls. It looks lovely, and I'm sitting there for a meal for one. You know, packet noodles, just a little cheap 50p noodle things, bit of boursin on bread. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. You know, I like to say, wow, I don't need all that gear. We did try it once, didn't we? It's just too much stuff to pack away, but still, it did look nice. So yeah, it might be a jacket spud tonight with a bit of Camembert, I think. So yeah, still buzzing with me action that I had this morning. You know, at lunchtime. I may have caught it on a live take on one of them anyway, where we dropped the fish or hook pull or whatever. I will see if we have. Oh boy. Yeah, if we have, then you've obviously already seen it. If we haven't, then I boobed. So I'll get that rolling again tomorrow. And see how we get on. You know, thunder in the background. Yeah. Right, I'll see you in a fish. Ring on the whackers. Come on. Looks like we might have a bit of incoming. It's looking a little bit, what is it? Black over Bill's mothers, whatever that means. I mean, it's lovely. You know, the old sun's out and a nice bit of chop on the water. The breeze is warm, but it's not as bloody cold as not as hot as it's been. Oh, rumbling. But over there, that looks like we're going to get some. You can't see thunder, but you can hear it. So yeah, might have to batten down the hatches and. I tell you what, I'd like a take in it, to be fair. We did in 5, didn't we? That was fun. Come on, the big fish. Let's be having you. That came in a bit bloody quick. Just as I got my bloody spuds on, I had to put them in here. Go on, let's have you. That's amazing. Just managed to get everything in as well, just before it absolutely pound it down. Woohoo! Come on, nature. always goes from one extreme to another down here. Mind you, we did get fair warning, to be fair, with the rumblings going on in the background. But it's strange because the weather was coming from behind us, but the wind direction is coming into me. So I don't understand it. So which way's the wind going, really? Yeah, very bizarre. Very, very strange. Come on, the Grandfish. No, it's not just the weather again, it's just an observation. So that, you can see that slick, that's a good example of undertow. The water's come in this, you know, the wind direction's this way, but the undertow is that way. So something's been feeding on that spot with all that oily bait down there. I haven't had another blip on that since this morning. Yeah, that's staying there. I'm confident with that. But yeah, come on. It's interesting because moving, you know, like I said, I did move the rod, you know, to a shallower spot, accumulated in that action earlier. It's the 22-foot one that I've got in, or well, 24 foot now. That nothing's happened on that, and that's the one I'm hoping. I've only changed the upbait once on that, and to be fair, it came back all right. You know, it was not nibbled or anything like that. So I've just been regularly putting extra bait over the top of it every day. So there's 2 full days left. It sounds like I'm, no, but it's 2 full days left. But it used to be the case, you know, the longer you left it, the better. Let's see if that's still the case. But yeah, but that's encouraging though that we've got Summit's having a little nibble down there. Probably bream and roach. We'll see. Just had a bip on this one. Come on. Yeah, that's 18 foot. 18 foot? No. Well, it was 18 foot. It's it's about 19 and a half now, something like that. Obviously the water level's up. But I've had takes. Yes, I suppose you could say I've had takes every day on that. This morning being the most disappointing one with a cut off. That was proper on, whereas beforehand the ones are just aborted takes and maybe it's like a hook pull, maybe a smaller fish, but I think that was a proper one this morning. Thing is, you don't know what's out there. But still positive. You know, it's this one. It's the right hand one. That's the one I want. I want to go. It's just the that 22 foot of water. I stuck with it last time. I think I pulled out after about 4 days, 5 days. So I wish I'd have stayed with it, and I'm going to stay with it this time. You know, if it doesn't do a fish, it doesn't do a fish. So be it. But if it does, yeah, I'll be very, very happy with that. Very happy. No more blips on this left-hander, even though we see it slicking up earlier on. And then this one here, nothing since that flurry of action this morning. Oh, there's a little fly that went through that then. When I went out early on and baited up, went round, I sort of go out in a big loop, go round and just put bait in, and just a few scoops over each spot, you know, just in case the smaller fish are chimping away. And nothing happens with that in the morning. I'll have to refresh it just to make sure. I think that's the banker one now. That will sort of come up. I've gone on a leg clip as opposed to an inline. So, because it is a gradual slope as it comes down. It sort of starts off at 5, 6 is at the top, ending up at sort of 20 odd foot at the bottom, and it's quite a steep slope. I think the inline leads have got a tendency to, they're a fatter lead. So I think they're more roll. They can rollability. There we go. Slackening off now. Come on. Something's going on over there. Something's going on. So yeah, the swivel leads are a little bit wider and flatter, so they've got a better chance of hanging on. Whereas I was tightening them up, and it was just rolling down the slope, and I was getting drop backs. I was like, oh. It wasn't a take; it was the lead just rolling down the steep slope. Oh, right, where's my wine? Come on. I put my wine down somewhere, didn't I? Yep, there we go. Come on. I reckon this one's going to go, you know. Oh, that was a fish. Over there somewhere in Lee's water. Oh, that's no good. Yep. Thoroughly recommend that. Well, to be fair, all of them that I've had. Contrary to popular belief, but I haven't been drinking that lot, really. Sure, if I was here with somebody else, I'd be drinking more. But this time, no, I haven't. I've just literally sat on that chair watching the rods. I've probably done about half a bottle of wine in the evenings. It just looks that's still full, so I haven't touched that one. That's empty. And that's, this is what, my 5th night. Yeah, 5th night. I've only done 17 bottles of wine. No, I've done 3 bottles of wine, in 5 nights. That's not bad. That's good. You can't be too, get too drunk down there. And just, it gets a bit messy. You don't want to be pissing about in the boat and stuff. What is that? Can you hear that? Over here somewhere. Boop, boop, boop. Wonder what that is. No idea. Then later on, the frogs will start, and they're down there somewhere. Just, God, they're so loud. There must be hundreds of them. Making those noise, and they stop. Just all of them. It's as if they've got what are those people called in the orchestra? One of those people. They must go, and they all stop. And about 5 minutes later, bang, they all start again. Oh yeah, the sad thing today. So I've had a little solitary female duck with a chick, and I shouldn't feed them. I know I shouldn't because they're flying through the lines and that. I've been feeding these little mate and whatever, just little bits and pieces of bread that's down there and whatever. And yeah, big commotion went on earlier on, and she was going wah, 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 and she'd been doing it all afternoon. I reckon something come up and chimped it. I haven't seen the little chick since. She only had one, so she obviously had a lot of them. But then by the time I get here, she's got one left, and that little mate never left her side. And then yeah, something must have come up in the margins down there and chimped it, probably a pike or something. What a shame. And she's been waddling around here, and she's been looking in all these little reeds, and she's obviously still trying to find it. And I know it's nature, but that's difficult to take. That is, it's so difficult. It's such a shame. So she'll be calling out for a mate now to obviously try and have another. What do ducks have? Litter, clutch, is it? Don't know. Don't know what it is, But yeah, she's been all afternoon. You can hear it echoing around the lake, and she's just completely on her own. I think she's a young She's a young mum, and this might have been her first litter, or clutch, or whatever you want to call it. What a shame. Yeah, it's nature. Oh, I was at Berners Hall. A little gosling that was coming across the lake. I was watching it, and she kept bumping into my line. I was about to go down and move my line for her. A great big catfish come up, rolled over, took it, gone. I'm like, wow, I've never seen that. Never, ever seen that. And I don't want to see it again either. And the mother goose was like, mother goose, sounds like something out of a panto. But the mother goose was sitting there, and she was going absolutely garroting. Oh, I mean, she had loads of them though, to be fair. There must have been 9, 10, maybe more little goslings that she had. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Yeah, it wasn't nice. It was only a few weeks ago now. Right. Oh yeah, me sweet corn was off as well. Bit into me sweet corn. I thought, oh, that didn't taste right. Yeah, they went straight in the bin, unfortunately. So tomorrow is going to be spuds, noodles and spuds. I've got some Pringle things left, like the cheap French crisp things, but I bought 3 tubes of them. I've still got 2 left. It's just not been. I'm just not feeling it really. Usually I smash through crisps. But, and I'm missing my cheese as well. Usually like just a little nibble of like some blue cheese, a bit of Roquefort, or a nice creamy Stilton to go with some of these wines. And they come alive, and that's all that to go in the bin. Just, yeah, pretty sure Dickie would have chomped it all. Bless him. I remember that green Roquefort that you ate, mate. Oh, it still makes me gag now. And that petrol-coloured pork after 2 weeks in the sun. He still ate it, and he's still alive to tell the tale. So it can't be that bad, can it? All these best before dates and stuff. No, I'm a one for, if it's got best before on it. It's it's the day after. I won't have it. I just won't have it. It's on there for a reason, but I think that's probably just to save their asses in case somebody dies of food poisoning. Come on. I might get an early night tonight. It's a bit cooler tonight, hence the top. It's the first time I've had a top on for a couple of days. It's just been so warm. Did I tell you that it's been warm? Yeah. But it's not chill in the air. Hopefully we'll get a bit of cool breeze coming through tonight and keep me keep me cool. Big Fish Thursday tomorrow. That's a myth, innit? It all started down here, That did. You used to put your baits in Saturday, then you'd leave them. You might get the odd take here and there, but the ones that have been left in the longest, they were the ones that went, and it's usually sort of, Thursdays and Fridays. So hence the Big Fish Thursday phrase came in. Now every lake has took that on board. Yeah, that was back in the day, years ago. Because it happened so many times down there. The longer you left it, the better chance you had. And we used to talk about it. We sort of looked back on it, and we sort of said possibly it's because it's a single up bait. You put all your gear out on a Saturday, there's a good chance by Saturday evening, well, Sunday morning, all that bait was gone. All the small fish and whatever had smashed through it. The bigger, the decent fish, that must have known what's going on. It's the same every Saturday. A lot of commotion, changeover day, in the boat. No matter how good you are, you're still clonking about in there. And they used to go into hiding or whatever, and then creep out as the week went on when they think it's safe. But the only thing that was left was your single up baits, and they were the ones that were going. Yeah, it's still right years ago on just single tiger nuts. and sit there for a few days, and yeah, that'll go off. Brazil nuts were good as well because they're like semi-buoyant. You put a Brazil nut in, you have to find the right ones. You put them in the water, and some float, some sort of waft or whatever, and some are heavy sinking. Yeah, choose the right one. There's a little bit of buoyancy to it. And they were the ones, and they were good for a sight bob as well because they're bright white and you sort of scrape off the skin. And yeah, they used to do quite well. No, but no, it's boilie now, which is good. It's really good because it's just you're feeding the fish. You know, the fish are, hopefully packing the weight on, and there's nuts and seed and all that kind of stuff. Is just, it doesn't do the fish any good long term, does it? It's like having a McDonald's every day, as you can see. It ain't good for you. No. But yeah, there are a lot of these baits now. It's all, it's nutritional stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, does it? For the minute, I really thought, oh, cool, got me going. That was my little speaker thing, just automatically switches off and you don't use it for a while. No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I really thought, because you get a couple of bips, something's in there, it's knocking around, and you think, right. I thought, well, I'll get the camera out, give it a torch shot for 20 minutes or so. Try and induce a bite. No, it's not going to happen. Not for the minute anyway, but it will. Yes, it will. Well, today's quandary. It's Thursday morning. I got up about 6 o'clock. I had a good night's kip last night for a change. It was cool. It was nice. So, today's quandary. Do I go out and freshen up for the ladies, or do I leave them? As yesterday, like I say, just that subtle going out, moving that rod, and then having, 4 takes in 2 hours or whatever it was. Or do I leave it? Because I had a little bit of, again this morning, first thing this morning, this left-hander, again, sort of a couple of bips on it. Now, is that anything else? Bream or whatever, I don't know. Whether it's been pissed about with, I've got anything there left. Number 2 rod hasn't, but number 3 did last night, was recording that, wasn't we? Has it tightened up? Has it? I don't know. Thing is, if you leave it and then nothing happens and you think, right, oh, it's bite time, I won't bother, then you go out there again later on and it's all mucked up. Yeah, difficult one. It doesn't take long to do, to be fair, and it's not like it disturbed it yesterday, did it? I could be talking myself into it. Let's have a brew and a poo, and then, yeah, make a decision. Right, see you in the fish. Morning. Just putting the kettle on. A well-earned brew. I've just been out and done the redone the left one and the other one, the banker one. And unfortunately, the baits on the banker one, that was whittled down a little bit. There were some little critters, unfortunately. But everything's got a solution. Come on, boil. Alright. Nothing to report though. I haven't seen any fish this morning either. Which is not good. I saw one turn over, a small one, towards 16 in open water. That's all I saw. I'm glad I redone the banker rod though. Like I say, I think you've got to keep the bait going in. It's got to be done. I might have to redo this number 3 as well. That seems to have slackened off. So we can tighten that up. It's not on a slope, it's on a flat bit of water. This was the one we was getting a bit of attention from last night, wasn't it? Right. Come on. Yes, that's what's that, quarter of a turn, half a turn tops. I can live with that. That's better. Come on, let's have it. Yeah, so I've got the GoPro rolling, hopefully for a live take. Come on. Mind you, I'm happy with what I've had. It's been hard work. I'm happy with that. But you can't pick and choose what picks you up baits up. Time for some frosties, I think, as well. I got up about, well, I set the alarm for 6 o'clock. I got up just before that and put the GoPro thing on. Hoping for a live take. I don't know what time it is now. Don't know. It's what it is. Rainbow time. Every day is the same. Is that right-hander? That's the one I want to go. I think that's what's going to do the big fish. Go on, look. Settle in. Yeah, that's the one I want to go. I think if we're going to do a big fish, it'll be that one. But I've got to keep the bait going in all the time. Got to keep going in. It's just disappearing, I think. Yeah, this left-hander anyway. That's the up bait came back mint. Hey, boiling. Yeah, the up bait came back mint, which I was really pleased about. So there's nothing down there. So those liners that I was getting, and you know what I thought was a bit of interest. I'm confident that that was fish. But it's a bit of fun. When it's only a little bit of a ripple on the water like this, it's difficult because it's you're drifting around in the boat. I always put a H block down, so I'd go over to the spot, pick up the rig. As soon as I get above it, pick it up so I know where I am. Drop the H block straight on top of it, whip it up, and then you know, because you just drift off so quickly, you don't realise it. So put a bit of bait around it, more concentrated this time rather than spreading up and down. And then because it's a running rig, dropping it down, donk, 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 making sure that it's right. So it was right. I thought, right, pick it up to make sure that it wasn't tangled. It bloody snagged on something. Oh, I pulled it. It come back. I just dropped the lead, but the hook bedded into something, so I had to come back, tie a fresh rig, put it back out there. You know, nothing ever goes straight, does it? It's just so yeah. And then I went out around, put a load of bait over those two spots. Obviously took this number 2 rod with me. Oh yeah, the duck. A couple of ducks earlier on. Just wiped it. Just well, I say wiped it out. Just poured it down the shelf. So it's just as well. I was going to go out and do it anyway. So yeah, fresh up bait. Put it on. The other one been whittled down a bit. But it's bite time. It's always bite time here. They've been sporadic. Lee's been having them at different times. And then yesterday for me was a flurry of action for 2 hours. Sort of late morning. Oh, that's nice. I do like a bit of French milk in the coffee. I had some other coffee stuff. It's pretty horrible. I threw it away. It was all going hard as well. I don't know what it was. They stopped doing that Intenso stuff. It's Americano stuff now, but the original Intenso stuff was lovely, especially with this French milk. Yeah, it's a nice breeze on it today. Looks good. Looks good for a bite. But it always does, even when it's flat calm. You know, it always looks good. But, you know, I know that these conditions are favourable. I was on the phone to Lee earlier on. I was just musing over over, you know, what we're finding. I mean, because peg 14's closed. Unfortunately, the chappie in 12, he had a hip problem. He turned up, he wasn't well at all, and he still paid Pascal, bless him. And yeah, so 12 was empty, so I should imagine 11's going long. And there must be, I mean, the chappie's in 16 and picking up line 14, so there must be some fish up there. 21 still closed, must be fish down there as well. They ain't silly. But we had this last time when the swim's empty. It does, you know, you're not getting big numbers of fish in your swim. They're not being pushed around. They would go where there's no pressure. But anyway, come on, the big fish. I'm not moaning. I love it here. It's so atmospheric. Last night I sat up till 1 o'clock, I think it was. And yeah, I did a bit of footage with the GoPro. I forgot about that. Because all the stars were out last night. And that was a really weird, it was like a hue. It was like a horseshoe shape, a hue of light. And then there was like a long beam with something behind it. A long beam of light. All right, you know, looking at it, because I can't tell what size it was, but it was a long thin beam of light with like a ball of light behind it, and it was traveling quite fast and at a hue, like a horseshoe hue of light around it, and it was traveling from 16 over towards the clubhouse. I was like, what the hell is that? It ain't a UFO, you know what I mean? It's just, it will be something spacey, something satellite-y for whatever we need. But yeah, I've never seen that before. So it'd be interesting to see if that comes out, that footage comes out. It not of the hue thing, it travelled too fast for me to capture that. But I ran it for about an hour and a half, something like that. Let's see. I've got a couple of sunrises as well, sunsets. But it wasn't flat calm. I wanted it to be really flat calm with not a cloud in the sky. When it drops down over there at night, it all goes all orangey. It's lovely, like a purpley, and it goes orange. Oh, it's amazing. But yeah, we haven't had it this particular trip. But I've got a couple of sunsets. Let's see how they come out. I've never done it before. Yeah, we'll see. Right, it's enough of me rambling on. Anyway, things to do. Time for a poo. Yep. Right. Since I put those two rods out. I said earlier on about the bubbling. It's still going on over there. So on to the left of that snag that comes out of the water. There's just little pinprick bubbles coming up. It's moments like this you start questioning your rig. And I've caught so many on it. Well, I've got to have faith in it, but you still question it. Yeah, very frustrating, because it was literally, you know, this time yesterday It's in bite time. Yeah, frustrating as. Well, that's bite time gone for today, according to yesterday anyway. It's given me the opportunity to, I think I filmed it actually, I went out, redone number 3 and number 4. Both were fishing, nothing wrong with them at all, no nibbles, no nothing. So there's probably still a fair bit of bait down there, to be fair. So if anything turns up, they've got a good meal. This number 2, like I say, I've probably a couple of times I've shown it, they've been bubbling over it and nothing. So I think later on I'm going to redo that. Something went right, possibly, who knows. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a doubting Thomas feeling today, even though we had that flurry of action yesterday. It's tough, it is tough sitting on your hands, especially when you know that after yesterday, you know, and you get it right, and if they're there, you have them. Yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. I'm not moaning, I'm loving every minute of it because it's a challenge. And there are lots of challenges here, especially when you're on your own as well. You're doing everything yourself, trying to keep an eye on the water. I mean, I was saying to Lee earlier on the phone, when there's 2 of you, you can sit there and mull over ideas and give yourself confidence, if you know what I mean. But when you're on your own and you're watching, especially when you can see that something was fizzing, something was down there, then nothing happens. You know, it's on a slope, so I can't pull in too tight to it because it'll just come down the slope. There was a bit of a judder earlier on that I caught on film, that it probably dropped down a little bit. I'm on a lead clip, so it's not an inline, so it should still be presented, because it sort of kicks away sometimes the lead. Oh, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I just don't think the fish are here in numbers. I mean, it's okay. My number 1 rod is a bit of an experiment on that bar, but between us, we've got 7 rods fishing spots that we know do fish, and it's just not, you know, it's just not happening. They're just not here. And by the looks of things, I haven't seen much moving either today. One in open water towards 16. I heard something typical, just when I put the kettle on earlier. I heard something go over, but I couldn't see anything. But there's no ripples coming from the far bank, so it couldn't have been there. It must have been open water in this ripple. You know. But anyway, it's only Thursday. We've still got time. Well, still Thursday afternoon. I had to redo this number 2 rod. It dropped back a couple of times. I think it was sort of coming down the slope. And after all that bubbling that I saw over there, and you think, well, you know, it's a long time to leave it for a day or 2. And then to pull it out and then to find that it's all wrapped up or tangled or whatever. But to be fair, the upbaits, they didn't have any nibbles on at all, so nothing's that's only been carp that's been down there. So that's the positive, that's a positive vibe, because I'm really, I say, struggling. I'm not struggling, my pint is half full, always is, but it, like I said earlier on, it does start making you question what you're doing. On a positive note, like I say, probably, yeah, I caught it on film. I think I went out, redone these 2, number 3 and number 4. Both of them were fishing fine, so that's another good sign as well. And then about half hour after that, one rolled over the 24-foot spot. I was like, right, okay, yeah, nothing big, but there's one, there's more. And I've seen something turn over again in open water going towards 16, but I couldn't quite, I was too busy doing something in here, and I couldn't quite put a location on it, but something definitely rolled. So yeah, yeah, positive vibes. Come on, the big fish. Right, we'll see you in a fish. Oh, it's getting hot again. Moan o'clock, I think it is, 4:30, something like that. Moan o'clock. Yeah, it's another warm one. I've been sitting here. I fell asleep, to be fair, in the sun. Woke up cold and half hot. And I've just been watching the water for the past, I don't know, half hour, 3/4 hour, nothing, absolute nothing. I think Lee had a grass carp and another small common, 30 common something earlier on. The chat, I've just been speaking to the guys in 14. I think they've got battery issues or something. They just wanted a spare battery. I'm trying to get hold of Lee so he can borrow mine. But they've been going long into 14 to get their fish, and he's only any small ones. Come on, still time. Still waiting, still positive. But with a little bits of tiny seeds of doubt in the back of my mind as well. But if the fish ain't here, you can't catch them, simple as that. But when I saw them bubbling earlier on and rolling earlier in the week, yeah, so why didn't they come and yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's yeah, just rambling on Thursday afternoon. There's not a lot else to do. I just had some noodles, rock and roll, a little bit of borsing on bread, on Pascal's baguette thing. That's it now for the borsing. I'm gonna do a bit of Camembert tonight, and then with a little bit of French stick and dip that in. I think I'll give it a go, but I'll wait for it to bloody cool down before I do anything like that. I could do it with a salad, nice prawn salad. Anyway, well, whatever. Look, I'll see you in a fish. I don't know if you can see that or not. See those bubbles out there? That's the third one that's rolled over that spot. It's really put the jam back in my donut, I tell you. Yeah, I've even switched that thing back on as well. It's like 3 times. That's right on me. Absolutely, it's bang on me, that is. Yeah, come on. Yeah. There's fish here. Happy days. Good evening. Yeah, I've got a spring in my step. I'm still positive. Still no fish. But we have. I'm a little bit concerned about smoke coming out of there. I've just put some Camembert in there that's been keeping warm in the cool box. So, yeah. And we'll see. And I'm going to use a bit of Pascal's baguette to dip it in. Oh, excuse the shit music, it's turning off. Yeah. I haven't seen anything more. I've just done my little Facebook update thing, but I haven't seen anything more since well, the last time I got the phone out, really. I think, yeah, Lee's done alright. He's had 12 fish out of there, nothing big. But we've just been speaking on the phone. We're still positive that, you know, it's just one of those big uns. That's what we want. One of those big old leather lips. But yeah, still positive. Yeah, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. It's just a magical place. I'm still waiting for something like a dinosaur thing to come through, crashing through that, you know, the forage thing in front of me. Yeah, amazing. So yeah, got another sunset to look forward to while I sit there eating dodgy Camembert. But I've got a bucket. I've got plenty of baby wipes, if you know what I mean. I'm sure I'm going to be okay. Right, see you in a fish. Right. Well, that was a success. I had. Oh, that's a bit misty. Let's clean that up for the ladies. Oh, that's better. Right, start again. Yeah, Camembert with bits of baguette, and yeah, that was lovely. I mean, I'm not going to win any Michelin stars with it, that's for sure. But I really enjoyed that with a little goblet of wine. You know, God, yeah. I've had Camembert before, but not like that. I've really enjoyed it. So thinly sliced bits of baguette. Yeah, it was nice. And I'm just now in the process of witnessing another 17 sunset. It's just lovely. It's a bit like when you're going on holiday. You go away on holiday and you watch the sunset over the sea in the background. It's nice. Obviously a little bit lonely on your own. Yeah. yeah, it is drawing. Obviously, the trip's drawing into a close now. One more day. And honestly, I know it's a cliche. I really don't mind. It's been such a challenge. It's such a, and I like that. Otherwise, it would be called. I keep saying it. It would be called catching, not fishing. It's been a bit of fun. I'll be back out in the boat again in a minute, just to go around all 4 spots, putting a bit more bait in, ready for the night and the morning ahead. Whether I'll change them in the morning again. When I brought those in this morning, there was like, yeah, this number 2 rod did have a little bit of a nibbling, but I was fishing. It's not like I had nothing left. It wasn't spun up, so I'm fishing. So it's just a case of just getting bait out there. I don't need to pull the rigs back out and put them back down again. They're fishing. I'm happy with them. Yeah, watch this space. Let's right. That's I'm gonna say it. Yeah, big fish Thursday evening. Done. Right. Right, there's Lee putting his, what do you say, 64?
64, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Here she goes.
Look at that.
Undertow.
Get in, geezer, get in.
Happy days.
Friday morning. Oh, yeah, that 4 minus 1. Yeah, the 18-foot spot went again this morning. Another rock pull. Smaller fish, Craig. Tell yourself it's a smaller fish. You know it's there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, that's fishing. Pin sharp. But it's for the bigger fish. For the greater good. Right, let's get it back out there. Come on, you motherships. Well, this bloody screen. It's better. Yeah, so yeah, last full day. I managed to get that rod back out. So yeah, hopefully it'll go again at some point. Yeah, Lee had a proper touch last night. Well, this morning. Yeah, at just gone 3 o'clock. I got a phone call. He said, "Oh mate, could he come down and help us out with a pick?" Yeah. So yeah, I just quickly reeled in. He had a 64 mirror. It didn't take long to get the rods back out, to be fair. I'm glad I did, because I mean, it got me an opportunity to get some early baiting in, I suppose. But yeah, I'll overlay the picture. I've done a little video of it as well. But yeah, over the moon, a proper unit, real thick set mirror, just like what I'm after. You know, and that was from his right hand spot, which is about, we're sort of fishing, we're not too far away. My left hander one was the banker one, well, the number 2 thing anyway. Yeah, it wasn't too far away. He's in a similar depth of water. Yeah, so yeah, they're there, they're definitely there. I'm not going to question my rigs. So yeah, just had just clean my teeth, and I just got the coffee on. I'll have a bit of a tidy up today, get a few bits up in the van. There's things that I don't need anymore, like the warm box. All I've got is a few ciders in there and a bit of cheese that needs throwing away now. Yeah, the Camembert was a success. When I got back to my swim before I put rods back out, I had to have a sit down, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that yeah, I wasn't ill, if you know what I mean, but I still needed to go. But yeah, I put that down to cheese, too much of it as well. I don't know how the rest of the lake's doing. 16, I think they're catching small ones out up in 14's water. But yeah, I'm still, pints still half full. It's just, you know, I know this time tomorrow I'll be reeling in, sorting out. I need to get off the lake for 9 o'clock latest, for an easy run. I've got a 7 o'clock crossing. I need to get there for 6 o'clock. Quite often you get on the earlier crossing, but if I remember right, that crossing's full. That's why I went for the later one, I think. But anyway, yeah. A little bit of an update. Yeah, I've managed to sort of clear a few bits away, popped in the van, all the stuff I don't need anymore, the carp and the water stuff. That's far too much of it. So yeah, encouraging. I had a blip on this on number 3 rod again. It's like a little subtle drop back with a knock. That was about 20 minutes, half hour ago. So yeah, like I say, it's been tough. 16's had a fish now as well, a good one by the looks of it. Yeah, so yeah, like I say, it's still frustrating, and I know driving down the road, I'll look back on this and I know I'm gonna think I love that, because it's been difficult. But at the moment, it's frustrating. Well, I've just been sitting down here watching these rods, and twice now, well, yeah, twice, and I've caught it on that as well, no doubt. But this Wilson on this number 2, he's been bouncing. The last one was quite violent, so something's down there having a nibble. I'm just hoping it's a big old fat mirror carp. Come on, let's be having you. Whoa! See that again? Come on. Yeah, so that, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's been nibbled away, but it's still fishing. Look, still fishing, still had separation. Yes, the baits are swollen up, but I mean, all that bouncing around earlier on, it must have been carp. That could have been crays from last night, I don't know. But the bouncing on the little Wilson stopped quite some time ago, so I couldn't leave it, not on your last day. Let's get me Wilson back. Hey, there we go. Right. I was going to put a gupta rig on, but no, stick to what you stick to your game plan. Yeah, still. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there we go. Those bird things are behind me. Sound busy. They sound agitated. Yeah, that's working. Right. Right, note to oneself. Do not go backwards with all that line in the water. Yep. been fishing in line, because this was all out water last time. You could jam your boat in here and then drop your... Well, there you go, you absolute bellend. There you go. You fucking bellend. Count to 10. Count to 10. I've just finished counting to 10. So what I've done, cut the line. It's still wrapped around the motor. I've always carry spare bits and pieces in the box. Attach the line there. A bit unconventional. It's a bit of a mess, but it's strong. It's not like we're so. Yeah. And then time for a nice big lead. Yeah, it does test you. Sometimes it's frustrating. You think, oh, that'll take me 5 seconds, and something will go wrong. But like I say, count to 10, start again. So that hook needs changing as well, because that got caught in the plastic. Hooks on the in the swim then. Yeah, it doesn't take much for the points to go over. They're pretty good hook, to be fair. But they don't take too kindly to digging into plastic. Not getting caught around props either. Twat. Probably my big fat belly as well. I love having flid mitts. It's really handy. Right, we are nearly ready to rock and roll. Yep, there we go, that's my little test. So, hopefully, right, so that line has gone through the battery cable. That would have been fun. Hopefully the motor will still work, so I've got line wrapped around the prop. Well, the lead of it's here anyway. So, we'll see in a minute, won't we? That we'll have to paddle back to the bank. Yeah, it does test you. Right. Let's see if I can cut those bits off. The last little bits. It's obviously going to wrap round even further, isn't it? Skizzers. See if that still works. Yeah, look at that. And I can just take that out when I get back. Right, that's good. So, Come on. Yeah, what I don't want to do is snap that pin again when it gets locked on something like a branch. Yep. Yay, we get there in the end, wouldn't we? So that's where I want to be, sort of 10, 10 and a half, 11s, which is about there. Right. Putting a bit more in because of the crayfish. Let's get in position. So that's about what, 13. So what I want to do is make sure it ain't tangled. So I'm just drifting away now, which I don't want to do. Scoops over the top. Right. Trust me, I made that look a lot more difficult than what it really is. Oh, it's another warm one. I've laid down another kip. Cool, I'm going to miss this place. I know I am, but I ain't going to miss this heat. Apparently it's going to get worse next week. They've got a real severe weather warning. But it seems to be the case these days. If the sun comes out, you're going to die. So, but no, nothing more. I think Lee's Lee will be wound in by now, so he's going to be leaving about 7, I think, something like that. He's going to get he's got some digs near Biarritz. Yeah, bless him. He's got a football tournament or something tomorrow. So, oh God, it's actually cooler out here than what it is in there. Right, I need a pee. Well, yeah, definitely into the last evening now. The sun's going to be dipping down next hour or so. I've just been sitting there enjoying I'm going to have one snib and a little bit of wine later. Hot dogs, food of gods. No, it's the only thing I've got left. I mean, Lee, bless him, he offered me some burgers, but I've still got Pascal's baguette, and I'm gonna have a couple of hot dogs and a bit of moutarde. I'm looking forward to that, to be fair, but I'll wait for it to cool down before I have that. So probably getting into the dark, getting dark. But yeah, just sitting there, just watching the water again, as you do. Now it's been a bit. Now it's cooling down a bit. I managed to sort of sit out. I had to get in there and cool down. Oh mate, honestly, it's relentless. But yeah, just literally, the last half hour, one where Lee's pulled his right hander out, which is only not too far away from me, really, to be fair. A good one's just turned over, not tight in, just off, say a couple of rod lengths off the far bank, and then one in sort of, I'd say about 6-7 foot away from this number 3 rod. So yeah, I'm still confident, and I'm still not regretting decisions that I've made for the week. I've tried something, it hasn't paid off, and yes, I've had takes, and I've not, I've had a few hook pulls and that, but that's because of the setup that I've had, because I just wanted to land, ideally hook the bigger fish. But it's been fun. It really has been fun trying, and like I say, I don't regret it. And catching, having those 2 fish was a real bonus. So yeah, good. Yeah, no, just yeah, I've loved it in here. I've just loved every minute of this, apart from the heat. But I've loved it. It's been fab. Right, I'll see you in a fish. Yeah, rightio. So they're showing right over my 20-foot spot now. See that? That's right on me. Come on, the whackers. Come on. Oh, should I question my updates now? Yeah. There's a lot of questions being asked in this session, and not so many answers. I've still got fish showing over me. So I think the last time I got the camera out, I sort of said, yeah, one is showing over me 24, and I've just had another one showing on the 18 now as well. So yeah, maybe I kind of glug my baits a bit with a little bit of activator and a bit of sort of cell dip. Are they too pungent? I keep them in the. It's all these questions, isn't it? It's doubt. You're just doubting yourself. But this is what happens when you're sitting there on your own. As confident, my pints are full. Everything's as it should be, as it always is. As you don't just dump something there and leave it. You make sure it's right. From previous experiences in the past, yes, I have tried something a little bit different, but is it the updates? But yeah, just Friday evening musings really. So yeah, just witnessed a lovely sunset. You see that in the background. Yeah, it's just I'm gonna miss that, I must admit. It's like being on holiday when you see the sun setting down over the sea. It's just, yeah, it's been lovely. So yeah, it's cooling down now, so which is good. So I've got the hot dogs and onions prepared. I'm hungry. Yeah, so look. Oh, spinning. That was just bouncing. That Wilson there was just bouncing. There's no wind. It's not a breath of wind at all. And that was proper bouncing then. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. This is what I'm up against. That sounds awful, mate. It's not a moan. It's just so exciting. Whether it's the first night or the last night, it's just exciting. You know that there's something around. I think a knock dog. I'll have a knock dog, and that'll be the fish will think, you know what, I want some of that as well. Right, that's enough of me waffling on. A little bit of that though in the background, sort of evening ambience. Yeah, lovely times. Right, I'll see you in a fish. Oh, future reference. Right, out of the ones that I've bought this week, it looks like I've had a lot. So 4 bottles I've had in a week, that's all. Sort of half a bottle each night, kind of. But that has been the one. That was amazing. It was a beautiful wine, that was. And I was ashamed I didn't have any cheese with it. I wish I'd have done now. But mind you, most of it got thrown away because of the wall box. But yeah, that's the baby. 24 spot. That doesn't feel big, to be fair. There's a lot of banging. That's kiting left. Let's get the boat. Come on. Catch me with the fucking line. Excuse my French, sorry. It doesn't feel big at all, to be fair. Oh, I think it's a Grassy. Certainly got the bloody air. It's certainly got me heart going now, that's for sure. We'll soon find out when it goes in the net. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Ballistic. Oh, yes, a bloody Grassy. Still, it's good fun in the boat. And Mr. Ballistic. Let's have a quarter Grassy out of here. Have you? Right. Bloody grass carp. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, they do go a bit of ballistic. They all count. Hey. Oh, bless it. Right, let's get back to base. Well, last night, my first ever rainbow Grassy. So, should be a bit of fun. Hold on. Right, off the 24 spot. Just slackened off. The only time I didn't have the bloody GoPro going. Oh, looks like it's going to go. Nope. So yeah, last night can't pick and choose what picks you up, mate. But when you got a robo chub like this, hey. Right, let's get her back and get it back out there. Right, happy days. Right, let's get this baby back. Just the bit I'm not doing. Robo chub. Little mate. Hey. Come on. This can be a bit of fun taking back. It can be a bit temperamental. Come on. Hey. There we go. Happy days. Right. Let's get it back out. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? Last knockings, the right hander goes, and yeah, like a savage drop back, which is what we've been having all week, to be fair. And the proof of the pudding, grass carp. But yeah, £28. Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously if we're catching loads of them, it'll be a bit different, you know. But yeah, yeah, I'm happy with that. I really am. I've never caught a grass carp out of here before, in all the years, and Lee's had a lot of them this week, but now he's gone. It's my turn. Right, I'll see you in a fish. Well, it's near on midnight, and I was just sitting here, just having my hot dogs. It was lovely. And this number 3 rod, the Wilson was proper bouncing a minute ago. Then it went slack, then it went tight. I'm on a running rig out there, so summit's there. Summit's having probably another bloody Grassy. But yeah, it was proper bouncing around. You just couldn't miss it. But and interesting, there was not a bleep at all. Not a bleep. And then when it sort of slackened off, then I got the bleep. But I wouldn't have known. If I'd have been laying my bivvy, I would never have known. But yeah, summit's out there. Well, that didn't happen, did it? I was quietly confident that number 3 rod was going to go in the night. There was a lot of bipping and banging on it, I must admit, the little Wilson. But yeah, so it's 6 o'clock. Start to pat down and wind these babies in. Yeah, right, let's get on it. Whoa, I just literally went at the top there to get some water to clean my teeth, and yeah, this number 2 rod bouncing around, you know, quite violently. I think I just got done on that, to be fair. And I wouldn't be surprised if they, you know, they're grasses or something, because usually the takes are just savage when it's a carp. They just slowly ramp over. Whereas these are like, you know, it's a lot of bouncing on the tip. The Wilson bounced up and down. Food for thought. Now, van loaded up. All I've got to do is pick up my battery from Lee borrowed my battery, my spare one. The mate's on the way back. That's closed. Right. One last walk down into the swim. Because I'm on my own, I've tried to get the boat out, but with my back and my knee, I just couldn't do it. It's the first time I've never cleaned the boat. I'll give it like a swill, but I mean they come around and clean it anyway, but that's not the point. I always try and clean the boat, but I just couldn't do it. You know, trying to pull it out of there. Yeah. So I loved every minute of it. Yeah, getting emotional now. Yeah, I loved every minute of it. I really did. We didn't get any whackers, but the challenge was there, and it was nice to finish last night with a, okay, it's a grassy, but it's still a fish. But yeah, it was good. I am going to miss that view, that's for sure. I really am. But I'm back in August in 8 and 9. So yeah, there's the wagon. So I just want to sum up really. Yeah, it was difficult. Always is though. Rainbow's not easy. But I think what I did differently with the open water stuff, they were definitely showing there early part of the trip. But then as the trip went on, they didn't show so much there. Maybe, I did put a fair bit of bait in, to be fair. Maybe that had a difference, I don't know. It was hot. There was a lot of small ones coming out. I say small ones, 30 commons, 34s, things like that, grass carp. And then when Lee left yesterday, I managed to pick one up. But thinking about all those takes and up pulls that I had, I think there were grass carp or small carp. You can only catch what's in front of you. Would I change anything? Hook baits. I'm not convinced with the hook baits. I've got to look into either making them myself or finding somebody else to make them for me. Unfortunately, the chappie that used to do it for me, and he still does, but they swell up. He's changed something, and you can push a baiting needle through it. That's not. You used to have to drill them. It used to be bone hard, and they were lighter in colour as well, so they did really match the hatch. When you put your baits in, they end up they go like a lighter shade. And these baits that he'd done for me were just spot on. They were really good. So yeah, that. And maybe not plugging them. Maybe they're too strong. Just match the hatch. I don't need to. You're putting a lot of bait down on a spot. Why change? Why have something totally different so that's not that you're having there? So yeah, matching the hatch. So yeah, that. Still sticking with the big bait thing, sort of 20s. Well, big bait. I don't think 20's not big, but 22, 24s, but 20s as well. But yeah, I'll look into that. And they used to have barrels made and all that sort of stuff. But just keep it really simple. What else would I change? Regular baiting, no, I've got to keep that going because of the activity of it, all the other species that are in there. So it ain't just carp that you're dealing with, it's everything else. There's a good chance that a lot of it is going because when that bait gets soft, it's easy to eat, easy digestible as well. You have to keep coming back for more. Happy with leader material. I might drop it down a bit. I've got £60. It's like rope. It's a bit thick. I might drop it down a bit to 40. But with the knots held up. I had a problem, didn't I, last year with borders, whatever it was. The knots kept slipping. But it could have been the braid. I bought some Muggy braid off of eBay. £100 bloody GoPro Pro, whatever it's called. And yeah, I had to bin all that. That wasn't right at all. No, I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything. I did what I did. Don't regret it. I'd rather try that than just go down the route of what I'm always doing. You've got to try and eliminate things, really. If you've got an idea in your mind. Yeah. Right, I'm approaching the main road now. I remember one year, when I just pulled out of here, I turned right to go to Bordeaux, and typical Brit abroad, been sitting on the lake for 2 weeks. It just drove straight down the other side of the road. You know, when you get people flashing, you're like, oh shit. Right, so yeah, I'm on the road now. I'll be on the road, so I will see you in a fish. And yeah, I absolutely loved every minute of that. Every minute. Beautiful. Yeah, loved it. Right, see you in a fish.